Hey everyone, it's Mari and I'm here today for Sketch It Out Thursday. This is the sketch that I'm going to be using, and the sketch is from La Malle à Scrap and it's by Corinne. I'm just going to be putting some vellum paper with some little silver hearts on it as part of my base on this white cardstock, and that vellum is from Stampin' Up! Then on top of that, I'm just going to layer this patterned paper with this really pretty delicate print on it. And this is from Pink Fresh Studios, and I believe it's called Botanicals from the Happy Things collection. And I've just sized that down to maybe close to 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to use that as my main mat for the rest of the pieces. So I'm going to be doing a layout today using this photo booth strip of photos, and I really love this strip of pictures and I've been wanting to scrap it for a while, and so I'm glad that I found this sketch because it does work quite nicely for this particular photo or these photos. And I just layered that on top of some paper from the 7 paper collection. It's the pink, and then the reverse side of that is that grid paper that I've just layered underneath the pink. So I've decided that I want to put that in the center like it was on the sketch. And now I'm just going to add some embellishments around the photo mat. That's very much a long horizontal piece there, as you can see. And I'm going to use the inspiration from the sketch as well, using those tags just to layer behind that main horizontal mat. And I'm going to just use that one tag there with the diagonal pink stripes on it. I have no idea what collection that's from because it was in one of my hip kits and it's now in my stash. So it just fit very nicely, obviously, with this color scheme and with the mood board for this week. So I thought that I would use that as a layer. And then I've just got this sparkly pink recipe card that I'm going to layer in there, and that I used Pebbles die cut for that, or a die, and I really love that die set actually. And it's got a couple of different sizes of recipe cards and a few other little bits and pieces with it too, so I used that for that layer to cut that piece out. And that little heart there says this on it, and it's from, I think it's from Ellie's Studio maybe, and then that little Amy Tan camera with the really pretty silver accents on it. So those pieces all fit in very nicely with the color scheme for the layout. I've got a little bow there that's black and white stripe, and a couple of little sparkly silver hearts just to finish off the embellishments. So you can see that I've got some text there that I printed off on some vellum, and the text is actually song lyrics to Mindy Gledhill's song Anchor, and those song lyrics just really fit perfectly in with the photograph and the fact that my daughter and my sister are in this photograph, and I just really loved it, and I just thought that it fit nicely, so I wanted to use that as my text for this layout. And I really like to do that. I like to use, you know, song lyrics or poetry or quotes and so on on my layouts, just as part of the meaningfulness of what those different what the lyrics mean, or what the poetry means, etc. for the pictures that are on the layout. So the title that I'm going to be using up at the top, the main title, is My Crew, and those are thickers from Dear Lizzie, and I'm going to use those as the main title at the top. And then you'll also see that I add some October Afternoon alphas that say Photo Boothin' just to the right of the photograph, just to balance off that middle section there. And I like doing that on my layouts. I don't like just plopping the photographs down in the middle all of the time, although it wouldn't have been completely awful to do that on this layout. It would have looked okay too, to balance it off in that way. But I liked the way that this looked, and so I wanted to obviously balance that by putting those alphas off to the right. So now I'm just adding a little bit of twine, and I'm adding some twine in some black and white, and then also another one that's white and silver. And I decided to pull this tight, which was an adaptation of the sketch. The twine was loose, and they had little things hanging from it. I think they were hearts in the sketch. And for this one, I just decided that I wanted to pull it tight because I didn't really want, just with everything else that I have on here, I didn't want anything hanging off of the twine. So I'm just going to take my embellishments now and put them over top of the twine. I didn't want them under the twine. So I'm just going to use some pop dots and some different little adhesives to put those down. I'm so sorry, pardon me. All of a sudden I have a frog in my throat. That's so awkward. Anyways, so the little embellishments are going down, and you know what? There's not going to be a whole lot more to this layout than that. So this is really simple. I really loved working from a sketch. It's a great way to get inspiration if your mojo's low or whatever the case might be. It's a great way to be inspired. And working from a mood board is just so awesome because it just forces you to go into your stash and find things that work. And that's always great when you can get some things used up from your stash. So thanks so much for joining me today and for joining us on the Crafty Maven Getaway. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for another great Art Party Friday. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.